Hey guys, what is up? It's JJ Tech here, back again for a brand new video. And today I've got you the Xbox One S here, and today we're going to be talking about to see if this console is still worth picking up here in late 2019. So if you guys do recall, I did do a video just like this one about a year ago, talking about basically what I'm going to be talking about today, if it's still worth to pick up in late 2019, but obviously that was in 2018, so you know what I mean. But I'm going to be talking about to see if it's even worth it, because as you know, the Xbox One X is out, and Project Scarlet is a year away from now. So we're going to see if it's still worth picking up the budget Xbox One here, and see if it's even better of a value or deal compared to the Xbox One X. So I'm going to get the boring old specs out of the way. I know I don't really have the stuff memorized, so I'm kind of reading off the phone here, but the CPU is an AMD custom CPU, and it's clocked at 1.75 gigahertz, and has the same Radeon GPU with 1.23 teraflops, and that is its peak amount of teraflops when it is in full gaming mode, I guess you could say, when you're taking full advantage of it. And it has 8 gigabytes of RAM and DDR3 RAM as well. So basically, DDR3, pretty older technology. We are approaching DDR6 memory here, and 1.23 teraflops really isn't that good, judging that the Xbox One X has like 8 or 16 teraflops, so that's double what this thing has, maybe even triple what this thing has. So yeah, those are the specs, and yeah, those are the pretty main specs here. All the other specs are just a bunch of nonsense. Obviously, this thing does have HDR, and I'll be talking about all that stuff in today's video. Now that we got all the specs, all the boring stuff out of the way, let me talk about if this thing is still really worth to pick up, because as you know, these things are going on Amazon or Best Buy or wherever for about 200 to 250 bucks, and that's a really good deal. And if you guys do know, there's also an Xbox One all digital, which they did come out with. Basically, it's literally just this without the disc here, so it's all digital. That's kind of in the name, and it's even cheaper than this. But yeah, just to let you guys know that that thing is out, because a lot of people don't even know that that's even out, just because it was kind of a silent release. Microsoft didn't really do anything crazy to announce that thing. But yeah, let's see if this thing is still worth it. As you know, I just read the specs, and I'm gonna be talking about the pros in 2019, if it's still good, and the cons as well. So let's get started with the pro number one. So pro number one is that this thing can play 4K content, not 4K games, but 4K content. And what I mean by that is basically you can watch 4K stuff on YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, basically anything else that's not a game. This thing will output in 4K if you have a 4K TV, and that is really good thing, especially in 2019, where pretty much everyone has a 4K TV or is moving to a 4K TV. And yeah, if you're looking for a 4K console, don't want to spend too much, for example like the Xbox One X, definitely worth looking at this thing if you're looking in the market for a brand new Xbox. The next pro is the graphic quality of this game. Now I know it doesn't really compete with the Xbox One X, maybe even like the PS4 Pro or obviously PC, but this thing, even in 2019, the graphics and frame rate still hold up really well on this console here. Even in 2019, as you know, this thing is definitely not underpowered, but compared to the Xbox One X, obviously it's clearly the underdog in this race. But yeah, graphics still look on point even in late 2019. The next reason to pick up this Xbox One S in 2019 is this, right here, the disc slot. So you're probably thinking, hey JJ, why are you saying the disc slot when the Xbox One X still has a disc slot? Well, the reason I'm saying that, because as you know, since I'm talking about the Xbox One S, a lot of people will probably get the all digital edition, not knowing that it's the all digital edition just because it looks identical to this one. So yeah, that's definitely another reason to pick up this thing if you're looking for an Xbox One S, because even though all digital is the future, you know, discs are kind of going away, people still buy games with the disc. Even myself still have games that have the disc here, and honestly, even though it's still going away, you know, the disc is going away, it's still a really good reason to pick up this Xbox One X. Now let's get on to the reasons why you shouldn't buy this thing in late 2019. And first reason is it is underpowered. Now the reason I say it's underpowered because, as you know, like I said, I'm comparing this thing a lot to the Xbox One X, but basically that's kind of what I had to compare it to, only because I mean that's kind of the only thing you could compare to other than the PS4 Slim and stuff like that. But on the Xbox side of things, it's kind of the only one I can compare it to. I guess you could say the original Xbox One, but you know, I mean, that's a little older. But basically what I'm trying to say is why you shouldn't pick it up. One of the reasons why you shouldn't pick it up is because it's underpowered. Just like I said, compared to the Xbox One X, compared to brand new PCs even nowadays, it just really lacks in terms of the graphics. And you will notice that when playing day to day on this thing, that loading times, all that stuff is just really, really slow compared to something like the Xbox One X or even a PC. Now another con is the lack of 4K gaming content on this thing here. So as you know, obviously I probably shouldn't put that as a con, only because it's supposed to be like the budget end Xbox, and you know, they saved that feature for the Xbox One X. But what I really don't understand is, I understand that they were saving that feature for the Xbox One X, but I mean, come on, you could have done something a little bit better with the graphics to really set it apart from the Xbox One original, the original one, the big fat black one with a brick. So they really could have done something with that. And I say that's not a reason to buy, only because a lot of you guys, a lot of people out there care about graphics. And if you're one of those people that really do care about graphics and want the top-notch graphics of 2019 in a console, yeah, this is not going to be one of them. Now in terms of cons, personally, that's like the only cons or reasons not to buy, personally for me, that I see in this console, because other than that, this thing has just all positives. Like I said, I have the controller here, and that's, like I said, I forgot to mention that, well, obviously this is the same controller as the Xbox One X. What I'm trying to say is that this, personally, I think is one of the best controllers you can buy. I'm not just saying that because I own an Xbox. I've held the PlayStation 4 DualShock controller in my hand, and that thing compared to this is just a much better thing. And like I said, I'm not trying to be biased just because I own an Xbox, but yeah, definitely if you like that Xbox controller feel, also could be a reason why you want to go for the Xbox One S here. Now another thing I did forget to mention is, a reason to buy is, as you can see here, the amount of ports that you get on this Xbox One X here. As you can see here on the Xbox One S, you get a bunch of I/O, and I know you get the same amount of I/O as the Xbox One X, but obviously that's like double the price of this thing. And for 250 bucks, guys, you just really can't beat the amount of I/O that this thing has. I mean, look at it. It literally has 2 HDMIs, 2 USBs, an IR out blaster, and an audio out blaster. It also has an Ethernet port right there as well. And then you do have an additional USB port here in the front. And you just don't find that even on the PlayStation side of things. The PlayStation 4 Pros, even the PlayStation 4 Slims, don't even come close to the amount of ports that this thing has on the back here. So yeah, is it still worth to pick up in 2019? Personally, I think so. Maybe for the people that don't want to wait for that Project Scarlet, or even the people that do want to wait, but let's be honest, that thing is probably going to be even more expensive than the Xbox One X here, judging just because that thing is supposedly going to be able to play 8K games here, even though basically no one owns an 8K TV. That thing is going to be extremely expensive, and I already know it. But basically, should you still pick it up? Definitely, only because, like I said, it's a cheap console. If you're looking to buy a console, like I said, maybe as a beater console, you know, you don't really care about it too much. You just want a console to play your light games like, I don't know, Forza, something like that. Then yeah, definitely pick it up in 2019. But the reason I also say you shouldn't pick it up is just, like I said, the Xbox Scarlet, Project Scarlet is 1 year away from now. And if you really want that best Xbox performance, honestly, just wait for that. But overall, guys, probably getting all confused with all the stuff I'm saying, that whether you should buy it or not. But basically the conclusion is here, you should definitely buy it if you're on a tighter budget. So yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Definitely smash the like button, subscribe down below, follow my Instagram as well. That will be linked in the description box down below, so you can give me a follow and stay updated every time I upload a brand new video on the channel. Yeah, guys, let's get to 1,000 subscribers, but just my goal to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys could definitely help me out on that, I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.